laughter going on here? Come on, what's going on?
So, welcome into our garden once again. Welcome to the Taste Buddies. And this is Austyn. What are you gonna cook, my boy?
Today I'm going to cook a recipe that I picked up in France. I've been in France for 7 years. I came back last year. And it's a Provençal fish stew soup. It's a wonderful dish full of lots of layers. And I'm going to introduce you to the ingredients as we go through.
Fantastic.
So, let's go through the ingredients, chef, please. And then tell me what to do, because I'm your sous-chef today.
I'll be telling you what to do, don't you worry about that.
Except filling your glass up. If there's anything else
It's already full, it's ready to go. It's not a problem.
All right.
Brilliant. So, what do we have?
From the start. 2 onions or 2 shallots, doesn't really make any difference. Half a red pepper, a whole head of garlic, roasted in tin foil in the oven, 130 degrees for about 45 minutes, so it comes out really nice and gooey, and we'll show you how to do that later. 1 tin of chopped tomatoes, as sweet as possible.
Right.
Parsley, oregano.
That's not oregano, that's basil, chef.
Oh, that's basil. Sorry, it's Greek basil.
Yes, it is.
Smoked paprika, sweet paprika, smoked chipotle chilies, oregano, thyme, bay leaves, and a pinch of saffron. These are really important herbs.
Okay,
they infuse into the sauce as we continue through the dish.
And all the quantities are at the beginning of the recipe, so don't get hung up on that. Okay, what else goes in?
1 glug of brandy.
That's a big glug, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, it's half of the dish, half of me and half of him. And then some homemade fish stock. Now, don't get worried about fish stock. People get freaked out by fish stock. You can either make your own by reducing the prawn heads and the bones from the fish.
As you did.
Ask your fishmonger to do that for you. He'll give you all the bones and the stuff. If not, you can buy fish stock in the supermarket.
You can get it fresh these days, can't you?
You can get it fresh in little tubs. It's just as good. Just avoid cubes. Brilliant. Because they're so salty, it'll ruin the dish.
Right, so
no
the star
of the show is...
And the star of the show is you and me. So, we have some fantastic prawns here. We've deveined those because you need to take out the
stuff that's not edible.
You know what I mean, that stuff.
Yes.
And then some whitefish. Now, today we've got some cod.
Right.
You can use monkfish, you can use pollock, any whitefish at all. The firmer the better. So when it's into the sauce, it doesn't just disappear.
Yeah, okay.
And then we've got some fresh squid. In a moment I'm going to ask Lakis to chop that.
Right.
That goes into the sauce at the same time.
Yep.
I'll show you how to do that. And then normally some spicy chorizo. This is spicy village sausage, Greek sausage. It'll do the job with chorizo. What's good about the chorizo is when you put it into the sauce, the oil, the sweet paprika oil, comes out of the sausage, and then the chorizo.
Well, we'll see what comes out of our Greek one.
Dip your bread on it.
And then you dip your bread on it with some oil.
Stop it, you do. Stop it.
On chopping these shallots, onions, and the pepper. Lakis, I want you to start on the fish. These prawns over here, and be quick about it too. No answering back in the kitchen. Can you chop those prawns in half?
Yeah.
So they're kind of bite size.
Yeah, fish.
Yep, and then the fish, again, small chunks.
But so you're on the onion and pepper?
Onion and pepper.
And you're on the fish?
And he's on the fish.
And you're both
My
on...
sous chef is on the fish, on the fish station.
Yeah, okay. Get going then.
We'll have a quick beer.
Come on,
cheers first. We are.
Okay, so sous chef's on there with his...
Sous chef is having a hell of a time here.
Enjoy. Okay, so Austyn's got... What have we got in there, Austyn?
In here we have 2 banana-shaped shallots.
Do they have to be banana-shaped?
No, you can use ordinary onions, not a problem.
Okay, right.
And then we have to reduce them down very, very slowly so that the onions caramelise, and then you get the natural sugars that come out of the onion, and that adds the sweetness to the dish.
Super.
Add your red pepper, and then keep reducing down, and shortly it will come to a nice caramelised colour, and then we can add it.
So do you put the pepper in at the same time as the onion?
No, the onion first, give it a good head start.
Yeah.
And when it becomes translucent and you can see through the onions, then we'll add the pepper, and then it'll reduce down.
Lovely. And Chef has got the...
Yeah. Okay, so what we've
We've
done
softened
now
down there, lovely.
is we've reduced these down. They're nice and caramelised.
And
so
now we're going to get on and you're going to show us the trick.
the sugar's coming out of them. Now we're going to add the garlic.
Right.
So that comes out of the foil.
So guys, watch.
So, back end, blunt end of the knife, press down,
Oh,
all
look
that
at all
garlic
that.
will come
Squidges
out,
out.
and you haven't got to peel.
That is brilliant. It's a lovely little teapot.
Oh,
problem.
that
All
on my
done.
toast would be... Look, can I suck that later?
You can have that. You can have that
on my toast, yeah. That
with
was
some soup.
Because everybody gets to eat and drink while this is going on. And
Fantastic on
when I
spaghetti.
don't. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Roasted garlic,
Roasted garlic
salt,
puree.
pepper, and beautiful Greek cold pressed olive oil. Fantastic, and that goes now. People are going to say, crikey, how much garlic is he using? Well, you need to have that garlic
In there.
because that adds to the layers of the dish.
You can see Kate.
So the garlic's now mixed with the peppers and the caramelised onions, releasing that
And
lovely
the
sugar.
smell. Yeah.
And now we're going to transfer the contents of the frying pan into a wok because we need to start adding volume and more liquid in terms of the fish stock and the wine and the brandy,
Right.
which we'll come to in a minute.
Okay. So. And you're still chopping away there, man,
I'm
yeah?
on the fish now.
Oh, you moved
Down
on to the
prawns,
fish,
down
yeah?
the squid.
Okay,
I'm just
lovely.
doing the beautiful cod.
Superb.
Austyn did the sausage earlier on. So
Lovely.
So now we're moving to phase 2. Phase 2.5 is a beer.
Has to be.
Yep.
Yeah.
what would you like? Would you like the sausage to be there?
The sausage,
That'll be your next thing, isn't it?
that's going to go in
There, your chef.
when you're ready.
Yep,
Yeah,
we're
we're
ready.
ready for that?
We're ready for that.
Okay.
So having
in goes the
transferred,
sausage.
in goes the sausage.
Right.
Or the chorizo.
Or the chorizo, really. But hey, for these
In
purposes.
France it would be a chorizo, eh?
In France. So, the sausage, or chorizo,
Yeah.
is now in, and that's going to be releasing all of its lovely juices
Yeah,
and
yeah.
oils. And now we're just going to give it a very quick flambe with some brandy, and hopefully this will work. If it doesn't
Good
work,
luck, it's
then
3-star
we're in trouble.
Metaxa. I'll stand back. Whoa, yes. There you go.
just to give it that another layer of flavour. Good, so I'm going to taste it now just to make sure that that's a little bit more
Brandy.
Metaxa, I think. Which means that you and I
Can
are
you
hot
ever have...
enough.
Whoa, careful, don't set the place on fire. Yeah. Yeah.
That'll do. Wonderful. Just a bit more.
Okay.
So the brandy's now reduced slightly, so it's getting a nice little syrupy. And now, Lakis, I need a glass of wine, white wine or rosé, but not red. Your choice.
I'll bring you. What am I drinking? White. So I'll bring you
And bring
rosé.
me- yes, so we'll have 3 glasses, one for the dish, one for you, and one for me.
I love it.
Oh, what about me?
And one for
Sorry, 4
the
glasses.
director.
And one for the director.
Right.
So, executive chef. No, this is mine. This is.
The large one is yours.
Yes.
I get the small one.
Yeah, no, this is for the food. I get the large one,
Yeah.
but I don't want you to get dizzy
Wobbly.
while you're cooking this fantastic dish.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, all right.
So white wine
Yep.
straight in,
Right.
and then we'll just let that slightly reduce again.
So do you need to turn the heat
Back
up
to
for that?
another. I'll turn this up slightly.
Okay.
Not too much.
Right.
Too fierce a heat, and things will start to disintegrate, and you don't want that.
Right. Okay.
So
Lovely.
we'll leave that for a few minutes,
Right.
and then after that we're going to add the spices, tomatoes, and the stock. Let that reduce, and then we go on to the fish.
Right.
That's
We'll
the
come
dish.
back and we'll
And the
show you
potatoes.
that.
And the potatoes. Oops, we forgot to tell you about the potatoes. So, a handful of small baby new potatoes, parboiled, sliced in half. That adds volume to the dish. You need something. You can put pasta in, but I prefer to have
potatoes. It absorbs the flavour.
And if you don't want to put potatoes in or pasta, then don't worry about it. It's a lovely soup, stew in its own right.
But that was today's here's one we forgot.
Correct.
Okay.
And nothing to do with the beer or the ouzo or the wine. So, we've now added the white wine or rosé of your choice, and that's starting to reduce. And now it's time to add some herbs. So, 1 sachet of incredibly expensive saffron, which is, as you know, worth more than gold in terms of its weight. This adds a superb earthy flavour to the
that's exactly what it is, isn't it?
absolutely.
It gives great colour as well, doesn't
onto
it?
to the other spices.
Yeah.
So thyme,
Yeah.
you can use fresh if you wish. Oregano,
Yeah.
paprika, sweet, paprika smoked, together with the smoked chipotle chilies. Not too many chilies, just to give it a little bite.
Is the chipotle your own thing to the recipe, your own add to the recipe?
It is, because when I was in France I had a smokehouse.
Yes.
And I used to do my own smoking.
I thought so.
And therefore adding that to it just adds a different dimension. You know, this Provençal stew is so versatile. You can add or subtract ingredients as you wish. You can build your own dish.
Fantastic.
That's the beauty of it.
Fantastic. Lovely.
Okay.
Anyway, so now what's the next to go in then, Chef?
Stock and tomatoes, doesn't matter which way you put it in.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Should I cut the potatoes in half?
Yeah.
Yes.
Please. Yeah.
They've been parboiled, so they're nice and soft, firm.
So now we're going to add some stock,
All right.
and not all at the same time. We just want to make sure we can try and keep this consistency by reducing all the time. So let's just play with
Bit
it.
at a time. Yeah.
We'll put that back there, and then we'll do the same with half of the tomatoes, because we need now to get some sweetness into this dish.
Okay.
And then you can start to see the colour coming, and that will reduce again. And then by the time we put the fish and the potatoes, and serving that in a bowl with wonderful crusty bread from the village bakery,
Right.
glass of wine, and we're done.
So really now the base is amazing.
It's starting
And
to
you
come
can do
down again.
so many
for all
things
this.
with it.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
amazing.
So it's just a question of
So
building
many
layers all the time of
beautiful ingredients,
of flavour.
fresh ingredients.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're checking consistency here, Austyn.
Yep. Now we're just
Yep.
looking at the consistency of the sauce.
And what's your
bearing in
expert
mind-
opinion?
Well, looking at the amount of fish that Lakis has bought, i.e. half the entire market, yep, we're going to need to put in the remaining amount of stock
Okay.
and the tomatoes.
Right.
It's up to you whether you add or not, depending on the amount of fish you have. So I'm going to put it all in, because we've got a large amount of fish
Right.
and the potatoes. So that's what
Okay.
we're going to do now.
Right,
And
okay.
here I am.
And oh, this is for the chef.
Oh.
Wonderful.
Aha.
Yamas.
At this point, I
At this
think...
point, it all goes yeah.
Pear shape? No.
No.
It's going to be
We
fantastic
would
dish.
love
Lovely.
to thank,
Okay.
while
All
you
the
get
taste
on with
buddies.
adding your liquid,
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you all for joining us, subscribing, sharing and liking, and carry on and give us your feedback.
yeah, those comments are very important. We'd love to hear from you. And yeah, please share, like, hit those buttons.
Now what we'll do,
It's free.
we'll leave that, let that reduce even more.
Right?
When we think, we'll come back, when we think it's the right consistency, then we'll add in the fish, because bear in mind fish has got water in it,
Right?
so we need to be careful.
So that needs to be a bit thicker than that.
If
You'll
it's a
show us
stew-
in a minute, I
If it's
expect.
a stew, it's a stew, it's a soup, it's a soup. Makes no difference.
Right.
It's the flavour you need to worry about.
Cheers.
We've now reduced the whole of the soup and the stock. You can see from around the edges
Yeah.
how far that has reduced, and you can see now that it's a lovely consistency.
Herbs
now
and
need
lemon at the very
Very
last.
last, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah,
I've
because
been
they're the
waiting with this
delicate.
for the last
Ah,
10 minutes.
look, yeah,
Now
no.
you can put the lemon
No,
in.
no.
So, lemon zest.
Can I
over
put
to
the lemon
you.
now?
Yeah, put the lemon
Okay,
in now.
okay.
Fantastic.
So
Lemons from the garden, I have to say.
Yes, yeah.
Lemons from the garden, yeah.
Don't do
Okay,
this
so now we have the prawns and the calamari all chopped into the same bite size. If you have different sizes, they won't cook us.
Yeah, you got to get them all
Yeah,
equal
absolutely.
sizes. Yeah, lovely. But your sous chef was.
My sous
He
chef
passed-
has done an
did he
incredible
pass?
job.
Yeah.
I might actually
You might
employ
actually
him
employ
at
him
some
again.
stage. Yeah. So in goes the cod
Oh, look at that.
or your monkfish.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah, for our case,
Sorry.
it's cod. Yeah.
Okay, it's cod.
Whoa! Look at that.
And we'll just mix that all around.
I'll take the plate. Oh, yeah.
Take the plate, thank you very much. Because don't forget, you've got salt in the fish, salt in the prawns, salt in the squid. If you're a salt fiend, then wait until the very end,
Taste.
and then you can taste accordingly to
yeah,
your liking.
Exactly.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so
here's my wine, that's the most important thing.
And here is the pepper.
And here's the
Okay.
pepper. So I'll have a quick slurp.
well, you should have
while
brought
you do the
Grandad
pepper.
down for this one, I think. Yeah.
Okay, so the fish has been in for a couple of minutes. Now it's time to put in the pre-boiled potatoes. They can now start to soak up all of the juices
And the flavours.
and the flavours.
importantly,
If you find that it's a little too thick, add a little bit more stock. If you're happy with the consistency, then
It depends whether you want a soup or a stew. we were saying,
and you
wasn't
can
it?
have either. You can have a soup or a stew.
makes
So
no
all the
odds.
fish has been in for the last kind of 5-6 minutes. And there's a lovely prawn that's been soaking up the juices, potato, and the last thing we're going to do now is throw in the herbs, so we get that lovely fresh herby flavour, and then give it a very gentle mix, because what you don't want to do is start to break the fish up. And then we're going to put a lid on, and we're just going to let that all infuse.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Okay.
Lovely Provençal stew with all those fantastic flavours, ready to serve.
You're gonna
in
let
about-
that. Do you let that rest now a
I'm
little
going to
bit?
let it rest, just
Okay.
turn it off and leave it, and then it'll be ready to
Whoa!
Let's eat.
This is a pot of treasure.
Get on with
You haven't
it.
tasted
the
it yet?
Absolute treasure.
Wow.
Ost,
Yep, it's been a privilege.
it's been an amazing day. There is your spoon.
Thank you very much.
Shall we?
It's been rolling all this time.
There's my squid.
Lovely. Happy days. Fantastic. Really fantastic, Austyn.
Glad you enjoy.
Well done.
And you enjoy too.
Absolutely brilliant.
When it's my turn. Thank you very much, sir.
Now it's